Have you ever wanted to paint something artistic seen on a YouTube tutorial? And once you try it, you realize that it's not that good as you expected? Maybe end up kind of messy because you're not that good with a paintbrush or you're not good at art and then you quit. Hey, wait! Did you know there is a way to paint beautiful artistic designs without a paintbrush? Well, today I'm gonna show you how. Hello, my name is Helen and welcome to Expressions, the DIY channel. I hope everybody's having a very productive day today. Okay guys, let's be honest, who hasn't had this situation before? I think everybody, right? Or maybe you saw an art design on a YouTube tutorial or maybe in a shop and then you are so inspired that you want to do it as well. So you bought all your materials like your paintbrush, your paint, everything. And in a certain point of your painting gets very messy, maybe because of the quality of the paintbrush, maybe because you're not that good or you don't have the ability to use the paintbrush effectively. It could happen. You know that it's okay. It happens to everyone, even to me. And I have to confess that I'm not that good with the paintbrush, and that's why I use the dot art technique in my designs. However, sometimes I need to vary the art techniques in my designs. But I wish somebody can create a magic marker full of acrylic paint. That would be great. Well, that's what I said before I found the magical markers. Back in 2018, walking down Barcelona streets, I found this art shop, Raima. Well, down there, I found the love of my life. Right in the corner, there was a huge shelf full of markers. In different colors, in different sizes, it was just the paradise. Yes, I'm talking about the Posca markers. Markers full of paint based on water, not toxic and no alcohol. These markers are blowing up my mind because you can create anything you want, thanks to the different tip styles they have. The first one is the PCF 350, the flexible brush tip used for lettering. The PC1MR, the metal tip ultra fine line, used for lineup. The PC1M, the extra fine tip, used for lineup. PC3M, the fine tip, used for general purpose. The PC5M, felt bullet tip, medium line, used for general purpose. The PC7M, chisel tip, bullet tip, used for coloring. The PC8K, felt chisel tip, used for posters. The PC17K extra broad line used for white markings. Now I'm gonna show you the ones I have. I have the PC1MR with a metal tip. Let's test. As you can see, it has an ultra fine tip. I have the PC1M, the bullet tip. Let's test. As you can see, it has an extra fine tip. This is the PC3M, the felt tip. Let's test. As you can see, it has a fine tip as well. And this is PC5M, the felt bullet tip. Let's test. As you can see, it has a medium tip. Now I'm gonna show you how to use it for the very first time. Let's unpack. As you can see, there is no sign of ink coming out, even when the tip is touching the surface. First, we need to check the marker with the lid on. Press the tip down on the surface for a few seconds until you see the ink coming out. Now you're ready to design wherever you want. As you can see, the texture of these markers are not like the conventional markers we usually have. These markers are full of acrylic paint, which is good because if you make a mistake with the paint, you just wipe it out with water or overpaint it. And the cool part is that these markers can be used on any type of surface. It means everywhere. You just need to fix your design at the end according to the material you are using. For cardboard, no need. The paint is absorbed by the paper. For clay, you need to put in oven at 22 degrees Celsius, and for porcelain and glass, 160 degrees Celsius only. For good metal and plastic, you can apply fixative varnish spray. And for fabric, you just iron inside out. Now that you have seen the most relevant information about these markers, it's time to show you how I use them.
Or I could be yellow, I could be blue, or I could be purple, I could be green or pink or black or white. I could be every color you like. I could be red, or I could be yellow, I could be blue, or I could be purple, I could be green or pink or black or white. I could be every
For this DIY, let's start to work on something you have at home, like any recycled materials. In my case, I will use rocks. So let's check my unused beach rock collection. Let's try to find the perfect shape for my creations. So I'm planning to make two designs. The first one is gonna be for sure a mandala. So I need a round shaped rock. And the other one is a surprise. Long time ago, I painted this mandala rock. Actually, it was my first one, but I used a brush and acrylic paint, and the results were not that satisfactory. So I decided to do something similar, inspiring this rock, but this time with the fabulous Posca markers, and let's see how the difference is. So I have two white Posca markers, the 1M and the 3M, but I need the stylish one. So I'll be using the 1M. I already sketched the flower with a pencil, and now I'm going to start to draw the mandala with the Posca marker. By the way, if you don't know how to draw a mandala, you can check my video from last week. How to draw a mandala step by step. And our first rock is ready. Don't forget to apply the varnish spray. Let's see which one looks better. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let's continue with the rock number 2. I want to make something special for Peru, my country, because the past July 28th we celebrated our independence. So I used a rock whose shape is similar to a heart. To sketch the design, I used pencil colors to be more visible. This time I'm gonna use the 3M soft color Posca set and the 1MR black marker to contour all the design. As I mentioned before, this design is a surprise, but it's inspired in the Peruvian art folk. Now let's relax and enjoy the time lapse of the process. this rock is done. As you can see, I used the neon pink as well to make the design brighter, and also because this is a very popular pink that we use in our country because it's part of our folk art. As you can see, we don't need to use a paintbrush anymore when we have now these amazing markers. And with these markers you can create whatever you want. Hope you like this video, guys, and if you did, please give some love pressing the like button or the share button so your friends can see the video as well. And don't forget to tell them to subscribe to my channel so they can see more videos about art and craft. Take care of yourself and see you next time. Bye!